Have you ever felt that you know English words and grammar, but when you speak, your sentences sound broken, short, and disconnected?
You start a sentence, then you stop. You start again, and even though your English is correct, it doesn't sound natural.
That feeling can be frustrating, especially when you understand English well but can't express yourself smoothly.
Today's episode is going to help with exactly that.
Relax your mind, just listen and follow the flow. Welcome to English Edge Podcast. My name is Sophie.
And I'm Jay.
If you're new here, English Edge Podcast is where we help you improve your English through real conversations, deep listening, and natural speech patterns.
We focus on how English is actually spoken, not how it looks in a textbook.
Before we continue, if you enjoy learning English through listening, make sure to subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss future episodes.
Subscribing really helps the channel grow and reach more learners like you.
Focus on connection, not perfection. Today's episode is going to help with exactly that, how to connect sentences naturally in English.
Because native speakers don't speak in single, isolated sentences.
They connect ideas smoothly.
And that's what creates fluency.
Notice how one idea flows into the next. Let's start simple. One of the easiest ways to connect sentences is by using basic connectors.
Words like and, so, but, and because.
For example, instead of saying, I like English, I practice every day,
A native speaker would say, I like English, so I practice every day.
that small word so connects the reason and the result.
And suddenly, the sentence feels complete.
Another common connector is because.
I practice every day because I want to improve.
Cause and reason are connected. Native speakers also use contrast a lot.
Words like but, however, and although.
I was tired, but I still practiced my English.
Or, although I was tired, I still practice my English.
Notice the difference in style. Both sound natural. One is simpler, one sounds more advanced.
Native speakers switch between them without thinking.
Another way to connect sentences is by adding information.
Words like also, too, and as well.
I listen to podcasts and I also read in English. Pay attention to word placement. Let's talk about continuation.
Native speakers often continue the same idea instead of stopping.
I started learning English last year, and at first it was difficult.
But over time, it became easier.
Feel the rhythm of the sentence.
This rhythm is what learners are missing.
Not vocabulary, not grammar.
Connection.
Connection creates confidence. Another very natural connector is actually.
Native speakers use it to correct or add information.
I thought English was hard. Actually, it's enjoyable now.
Listen to the tone.
Let's move into storytelling.
Stories work because events are linked.
First, I felt confused. Then I started listening daily. After that, my confidence improved.
Notice the order of ideas.
Native speakers guide the listener.
They don't leave them guessing.
Another conversational connector is by the way.
I practice English every day. By the way, have you tried listening to podcasts?
This is very natural spoken English. When giving opinions, native speakers explain them.
I think listening is important because it trains your brain.
Always connect opinion with reason. One big mistake learners make is stopping too soon.
They end the sentence before the idea feels finished.
Connecting sentences helps your listener relax.
And relaxed listeners understand better.
Comfortable listening builds fluency. Let's try a simple mental practice.
Think about this sentence. I want to improve my English.
Now connect it.
I want to improve my English, so I listen to podcasts every day.
Pause and create your own version. This skill grows through listening.
Not memorizing rules.
That's why long listening sessions are powerful.
Your brain learns patterns naturally.
Trust the process. As we slow down, remember this.
Fluency is not about long sentences
It's about connected thoughts.
and calm speech.
If this episode helped you, make sure to subscribe to English Edge Podcast.
And share it with someone who wants to speak English smoothly.
Keep listening,
Keep connecting.
and we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for listening. Now that we've talked about basic connectors, let's move a little deeper.
Stay relaxed and listen for patterns.
Because native speakers don't only use simple words like and or but.
They use advanced connectors naturally without sounding formal.
Words like however, therefore, meanwhile, and as a result.
Notice how tone stays calm.
For example, instead of saying, I was tired, I practiced anyway.
A native speaker might say, I was tired, however, I practiced anyway.
This sounds smoother and more confident, but it still feels conversational when spoken calmly.
Focus on flow, not difficulty.
Another common connector is as a result.
I listened every day. As a result, my understanding improved.
This helps you explain outcomes clearly.
Native speakers use this especially when explaining progress.
Progress stories feel motivating. Let's talk about meanwhile.
It's often used to show two actions happening around the same time.
I was studying vocabulary, meanwhile I was listening to podcasts.
Time connections matter.
Using these connectors makes your English sound mature.
Not complicated, mature. That's an important difference.
Now, let's talk about real-life speaking.
When you speak spontaneously, you don't plan sentences.
So native speakers use soft connectors.
Words like you know, I mean, actually, and kind of.
These are natural fillers. For example, I was nervous, but I decided to try.
This sounds very human and very real.
Another one is I mean.
I practice daily. I mean, not perfectly, but consistently.
Imperfection is normal. These connectors buy you thinking time.
And they keep your speech flowing.
Native speakers use them constantly.
And listeners don't even notice.
Flow matters more than speed. Let's move to longer answers.
Listen as if you're in an exam or interview.
When answering questions, natives structure ideas naturally.
They start with an opinion,
Then they explain.
and finally, they add an example.
This structure repeats often. I enjoy learning English because it opens opportunities.
For example, I can understand podcasts and videos.
That's why I practice daily. See how everything connects? This is not memorization.
It's a thinking habit.
Connecting sentences means connecting thoughts.
And clear thoughts lead to fluent speech.
Clarity creates confidence. Finally, let's talk about rhythm.
Slow down your breathing.
Native English is not fast.
It's connected.
Speakers pause, continue, and link ideas smoothly.
They don't rush to finish.
They let sentences breathe.
Pauses are powerful.
When you connect sentences, your rhythm improves.
And your listener feels comfortable.
Comfort leads to understanding.
Understanding leads to confidence.
This is real fluency. If you listen to all parts together, you'll notice change.
Not immediately, but naturally. That's how language learning works.
Keep listening to English Edge Podcast,
Keep practicing connection, not perfection.
and we'll continue building your fluency together. Thanks for staying with us.